Hey everyone, it's Mario here. Ready for another adventure? Buckle up because today we're whisking ourselves away to Cologne, Germany. This city is bursting with charm, history, and enough delicious food to satisfy every last craving. Join me as we explore the top 5 must-visit places in this incredible city. And hey, if you enjoy the content, please give a like to the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out a lot. Cologne is one of those cities that just grabs you. The people are so welcoming, the streets are filled with life, and the air just buzzes with this energy that's impossible to resist. We're going to dive deep into the heart of Cologne, exploring its hidden gems and iconic landmarks. From breathtaking architecture to world-class museums, get ready for an unforgettable journey. So, what are we waiting for? Grab your travel buddies, pack your sense of adventure, and let's get this Cologne adventure started. Alright folks, feast your eyes on this beauty. This, my friends, is the Cologne Cathedral, a masterpiece of Gothic architecture that's been towering over the city for over 700 years. I mean, just look at the sheer size of this thing. It's absolutely massive, and those twin spires? They soar over 500 feet into the air, like they're trying to touch the heavens. Now I know what you're thinking. Mario, another church? But trust me on this one. This isn't just any church, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and for good reason. The detail on the facade is mind-blowing. There are statues, carvings, and intricate decorations everywhere you look. It's like the architects just went wild with their chisels. Legend has it that the cathedral's construction was a bit of a competition. See, back in the day, the Archbishop of Cologne was a bit jealous of the beautiful cathedrals popping up in other cities. So, he decided to build one that would put all the others to shame, and boy did he succeed. They say he even made a deal with the devil to help speed up the construction. Now whether that's true or not is up for debate, but it definitely adds to the mystique of the place, doesn't it? Step inside, and you'll be greeted by these towering vaulted ceilings, stunning stained glass windows that bathe the interior in a kaleidoscope of colors, and an atmosphere of peace and tranquility. You can almost feel the weight of history within these walls. It's truly awe-inspiring. Take your time exploring the cathedral's treasures, from the ornate high altar to the golden shrine of the Three Kings. And don't forget to climb the South Tower for some of the most spectacular views of the city. Just be warned, there are over 500 steps to the top. But hey, consider it a workout with a view. Visiting the Cologne Cathedral is like taking a step back in time. It's a place where faith, art, and history collide, and it's an experience you won't soon forget. As you stand in the shadow of this Gothic giant, you can't help but feel a sense of wonder and awe. Next stop on our Cologne adventure, the Museum Ludwig. Now, I'll be honest, I'm more of a pizza and pasta kind of guy than a modern art connoisseur, but even I have to admit, this place is pretty special. It's home to one of the most impressive collections of modern and contemporary art in Europe, with works by some of the biggest names in the art world, including Picasso, Warhol, and Liechtenstein. We're talking about everything from cubism to pop art to abstract expressionism. Now, I'm not going to pretend to understand all of it. Sometimes I look at a piece and think, my niece could have painted that. But you know what? That's part of the fun of modern art. It's all about interpretation, about finding your own meaning in the chaos. Of course, no visit to the Museum Ludwig is complete without checking out their Picasso collection. It's one of the largest in the world, and it features some of his most famous works. I'm talking about paintings like Harlequin with a guitar and Woman with a fan. Even I can appreciate the genius of Picasso. I mean, the guy could paint a masterpiece with his eyes closed. But the Museum Ludwig isn't just about the big names. They also have a fantastic collection of works by lesser-known artists, so you're sure to discover something new and exciting. And who knows, you might even find yourself inspired to create your own masterpiece. And hey, if you're feeling a little lost in the world of modern art, don't worry, I'm right there with you. Just grab an audio guide or join a guided tour. They'll help you make sense of it all, or at least they'll try to. The Museum Ludwig is a feast for the eyes and a workout for the brain. It's a place where you can challenge your perceptions, expand your horizons, and maybe even have a good laugh or two along the way. So, embrace the weird, the wonderful, and the downright wacky, and let the art wash over you. Chapter 3. Hohenzollern Bridge. Love is in the air and on the rails. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to experience one of the most romantic spots in all of Cologne, the Hohenzollern Bridge. This iconic bridge spans the mighty Rhine River, connecting the city center to the trendy neighborhood of Deutz. But it's not just a bridge, my friends. It's a symbol of love. See, the Hohenzollern Bridge is famous for its love locks. Couples from all over the world come here to attach padlocks to the bridge's railing, often inscribed with their names or initials, as a symbol of their unbreakable bond. Then, they toss the key into the Rhine River, signifying that their love will last forever. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I saw this bridge I thought, man, they must go through a lot of keys. I mean, there are literally thousands upon thousands of locks covering every inch of the railing. It's actually quite a sight to behold. But beyond the love locks, the Hohenzollern Bridge offers some of the most breathtaking views in the city. As you stroll across the bridge, you'll be treated to panoramic vistas of the Rhine River, the Cologne Cathedral, and the city skyline. It's especially magical at sunset when the sky explodes in a riot of colors. So grab your sweetheart, your best friend, or even just your selfie stick, and head on over to the Hohenzollern Bridge. Soak up the romantic atmosphere, snap some Instagram-worthy photos, and let the magic of this special place wash over you. And hey, if you're feeling really adventurous, you can always add your own love lock to the collection. Just make sure you remember where you tossed that key. Chapter 4. Altstadt Cologne's Charming Heart. Get ready to be charmed, folks, because we're about to step back in time as we explore Cologne's Altstadt, or Old Town. This historic neighborhood is a labyrinth of narrow cobblestone streets, colorful houses, and charming squares, all just waiting to be explored. As you wander through the Altstadt, you'll feel like you've stepped into a fairy tale. There are quaint cafes tucked away on every corner, inviting you in for a steaming cup of coffee and a slice of cake. You'll find traditional pubs serving up local Kolsch beer and hearty German cuisine. And of course, no trip to the Altstadt would be complete without browsing the many shops selling everything from souvenirs to handmade crafts to high-end fashion. One of my favorite things to do in the Altstadt is to simply get lost in the maze of narrow streets. Every turn reveals a new surprise, whether it's a hidden courtyard, a quirky art gallery, or a historic landmark you didn't even know existed. Just be sure to wear comfortable shoes because you'll be doing a lot of walking. Speaking of getting lost, I remember one time I was exploring the Altstadt, and I took a wrong turn, or maybe it was 10 wrong turns. I ended up in this tiny little square that I swear wasn't even on the map. But it was the most charming little spot with a bubbling fountain, benches shaded by trees, and locals chatting and laughing. It was like stumbling upon a secret garden in the heart of the city. That's the beauty of the Altstadt. You never know what you're going to find around the next corner. Chapter 5. Cologne Chocolate Museum. Prepare for a chocolate coma, calling all chocolate lovers. Get ready for a sugar rush like no other because our final stop on our Cologne adventure is the one and only Cologne Chocolate Museum. Now, I'm a big believer that life is too short to say no to chocolate, so this place is basically my version of paradise. Step inside this chocolate wonderland, and you'll be greeted by the aroma of freshly made chocolate wafting through the air. It's enough to make your mouth water. The museum takes you on a fascinating journey through the history of chocolate, from its humble beginnings in Central America to its rise as a global obsession. You'll learn about the ancient Mayans who first cultivated cacao beans, the Spanish conquistadors who brought chocolate to Europe, and the ingenious chocolatiers who have been creating sweet masterpieces for centuries. And the best part? There are free samples along the way. But the highlight of the Cologne Chocolate Museum has got to be the chocolate fountain. I'm talking about a 3-meter-tall fountain of pure melted chocolate cascading down like a waterfall of deliciousness. They give you these little waffle cookies, and you can dip them right into the fountain. I'm not gonna lie, I may or may not have spent an embarrassingly long time at that fountain. Before you leave, be sure to stop by the museum shop, where you can stock up on all sorts of chocolate treats to take home with you. From truffles to bars to pralines, they've got it all. Just be warned, you might need an extra suitcase. Thanks for joining me on this whirlwind tour of Cologne. From the awe-inspiring Cologne Cathedral to the love-locked Hohenzollern Bridge to the chocolate-covered delights of the Chocolate Museum, this city has something for everyone. I hope this video has inspired you to add Cologne to your travel bucket list. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more travel adventures. And be sure to let me know in the comments below what your favorite part of Cologne was, or if you have any must-visit spots that I missed. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and keep on adventuring. Ciao for now.